this is a Coachman Acadia 545, just going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, you've got your jockey wheel, hitch and handbrake. We'll demonstrate those to you in person here on site. In the front locker on the right hand side, you have the gas regulator and the two gas bottle tie downs. They are very simply there to allow you to tie the gas bottle down, and you can carry a maximum of 2 6-kilogram propane gas bottles at any time. Coming over to the left hand side front of the van, you've got a storage locker for putting your accessories in. Would advise, if you can, balance the van out. So if you've got 6 kg on that side, put 6 kg on this side. Coming down the side of the van, you've got your Aldi heating and hot water flue. Very much does the same job as the flue on the side of your house at home. No difference at all there. Then below that, you've got the wind down leg to stabilise the caravan while it's on site. You've then got your water pump connection. So you'll pull the slider, and you'll be able to push your pump into place, and it will connect. And then you'll be able to fill the water system up from the inside of the caravan, which we'll walk you through once we go inside the van. The pickup pipe needs to drop down inside the ack roll fully. I do advise, once you've got the pump in place, just pushing the cover down slightly so it locks the pump in place. Demonstration battery on board the caravan at the moment, just to demonstrate everything is working as it should. Obviously that will come off at the end of the handover. You've then got your mains power lead coming in from the power on site to the caravan. Again, this is just a demonstration lead and it does not come with the caravan. Two fridge vents are very simply there to allow the hot air at the back of the fridge unit and to take some cool air in. Motor mover and wheel nuts. We'll demonstrate the motor mover while you're here on site, and we'll also torque the wheel nuts prior to you leaving site so you can see they've been tightened correctly. Coming further down the side of the van, you've got your toilet flush tank. You'll put 3.5 litres of water in here and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. In the bottom, you've got your toilet waste tank. You pull it out by pulling up the orange handle and pulling the cassette towards you. The orange neck here turns out 90 degrees so you can tip the waste away. The grey cap is a measure for your pink and your blue fluid. And on the back of the cassette, you've got an orange pressure relief button, so when you're tipping the waste away, it doesn't spit and splatter back at you. Coming down by the side of the toilet locker door, you've got the two grey waste pipes. So you've got two connections here. You put the grey pipes into the larger diameter holes here on the outside. Coming to the back of the caravan, you've got your two wind down legs to stabilise the caravan while it's on site. You've got two more of these coming from either side of the caravan at the front. Coming down the door side of the caravan, you've got a storage locker for underneath the front seating area. You've got a 3-pins mains outlet, and you've also got a barbecue gas point as well. Coming on to the inside of the caravan now, a very straightforward caravan to use. Above the door, you've got the main control panel. You've got power on and off to the whole caravan. You've got your water pump run, which I'll come back to in a moment. You've got your interior lighting, and then you've got your awning light for the outside of the caravan. Next to that, you've got your onboard battery level voltage, and the button here is a redundant button. They don't use this particular button anymore in anything, all for the caravans. Next to that, you've got your Aldi heating and hot water, which I'll come back to in a moment. As you can see, to turn it on and off, you just press the power button on the bottom left hand side. Do advise you always turn that off prior to turning off the main control panel. So to fill the water system up on board this particular caravan, you're going to come underneath the seat on the front right hand side of the van. And underneath here, you'll find your onboard water tank or hot water tank. And down in the corner here, you've got your yellow drain down valves. There's two of them in here. The two yellow drain down valves need to be parallel with the floor prior to filling the water system up. Upright and pointing towards the bottom of the seat to drain the water system down. Do advise, with the cold weather we've got at the moment, if you're going to leave the caravan for any amount of time and not use it, to completely drain down the system so you know there is no water on board the van. So with them two yellow valves flat with the floor, you can come over to every tap on board the caravan and open them all up on the hot side of the water system. In the sink, you will actually see your water pump here. So as you can see, taps are all open on the hot side of the system. So with the taps open on the hot side, you come over to the control panel by the door and your ack roll connected on the outside. Press the water pump, and if the ack roll was connected, you'd have water flowing out of every tap continuously on board the caravan. It will actually be drained down by the time you arrive on site. They normally are drained down when they come out of the workshop. Obviously this one hasn't been done, so I'll get that drained down, so when the caravan arrives on your driveway or arrives back home, then it's all done and you haven't got to worry about it. So all the taps open on the hot side to fill the water system up. Turn your pump on, and then when you've got water running out of every tap continuously on board the van, you'll be able to shut all of the taps back off, and that is your water system full and ready to be heated. To warm the water on board the caravan, you'll come to the control panel above the door on the above the door to the right hand side and press menu, and it will take you into your main control panel. So what you've got here is you've got your room temperature, minus or plus for your heating, all the way up to 30 degrees. Below that, you've got your hot water. So to turn the hot water on, you're going to press the button once, and when this is halfway up this bar, it means it is turned on, and when it's all the way up, it means it's on hot water boost. Below that, you've got the amount of power coming into the caravan from the caravan site you're on. So you've either got 1, 2 or 3 kilowatts, depending on what caravan site you are on. I can't tell you which one you'll be able to run it on unless you ask the site office when you arrive on your holiday. Down the bottom here on the left hand side, you have your option to run gas, so you can hit the gas option with the gas connected at the front of the caravan and the gas turned on. The gas system will self-ignite, and if it fails to ignite, you'll get a icon at the bottom here that says gas fail and 2 exclamation marks at either end. So that is your heating, hot water and water system so far. Next thing is going to be the fridge. The fridge is very straightforward to use. Power button on. At the moment, it's connected to mains power, so that's what it's trying to run on at the moment, and it will do because it's connected to mains. On mains or gas, you can control the temperature of the fridge by hitting the thermometer icon on the right hand side here. To change the power source you want to use, you can hit mode and you can go to auto, and essentially that will ignite on gas if it sees gas first, or it will use the mains power if it sees that first. 12 volt mode, so we hit the mode button again and we go across to the 12 volt mode. The 12 volt mode is for when you are towing down the road. If you don't have the correct connection on the back of your car, or it is not wired up correctly, the 12 volt mode and the ATC will not work. When it is connected to a car and it's working correctly and you turn it on to use the fridge as a cool box, it will go solid blue here, and the warning light on the right hand side, left hand side there will be off. Gas, very simple to use again. Go to the gas mode. If it's ignited on gas, you'll have a solid blue light here. If it fails to ignite on gas, it's going to start flashing the blue light, and it will also have a solid blue light underneath the warning triangle on the left hand side. If you want to try and reignite it, if the gas bottle's then been turned on, go all the way back through to your gas mode, and again it will self-ignite again. Microwave, hob, grill and oven all work very much like the same as your household appliances, no difference at all there. The electric ring will only work if you are on 240 volt mains. It will not work off 12 volt power. Coming into the bathroom, you have the electric flush on top of the toilet. You have the red indicator light here that illuminates red when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. The toilet seat itself turns for your convenience, as you can see. However, when you're removing the toilet waste cassette from the caravan, you need to make sure the toilet is in the straight on position as it is now. Below the toilet, you'll actually see this grey waste handle. When you're using the toilet, you need to make sure this handle is pushed across to the right hand side, and it will allow the waste into the toilet cassette. And when you're not using the toilet, you'll have it in the closed position as it is now. All the sinks on board the caravan, obviously very simple to use. Open up the taps, the same as the shower in the bathroom. One thing to remember is if you have young ones in the caravan, the radiators, for instance, are going to be extremely hot when they are turned on. So you do need to make sure that if you have children in the van, that they are aware of that, as it's a potential burn hazard. So this is a Coachman Acadia 545. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'd be more than happy to help. We appreciate your business and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon. Thanks again. Bye bye.